All right, everyone, welcome back to part 3 of Why Can't I Lose Weight series. This is the third video, and we are talking about cortisol and adrenal issues. Now, when we dive into this information, there's a couple of things I want you to keep in mind. Cortisol gets a bad rap, right? Cortisol gets a bad rap. We all think that cortisol is bad. I shouldn't have any. No. You should have some. You should have a certain amount. It helps you wake up in the morning, get out of bed, do things, have reactions, things like that. It's just if you have too much or too little, it gets to be a problem, and it contributes significantly to weight gain and weight loss resistance. I am Dr. Beth Westie, women's health and hormone expert. I'm the author of the books, The Female Fat Solution and The Female Menopause Solution. These are on Amazon. And I'm also host of the podcast, The Female Health Solution. You can subscribe to that, as well as subscribe to my YouTube channel to stay updated on all the videos and information I have coming out. And we're gonna dive into this and talk about cortisol in detail because I'll be honest, I've seen so many Dutch reports recently, hormone reports, where this is atrocious. Like the worst levels I've seen in the past handful of years. The worst levels I've seen. People have been under so much stress and had trauma and things happen that your system is really struggling. So we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about the couple of different things. First off, if you have too little cortisol, again, if you have too little cortisol, now, cortisol is the stress hormone, so it is released by your adrenals here. Your adrenals are tiny glands that sit on top of your kidneys, and they release cortisol like they should, but they also release it in terms of your reaction to stressors or things like that. If your adrenals are essentially burned out or you have adrenal insufficiency, a lot of people call that adrenal fatigue. That is one of the things that can severely impact the amount of cortisol that can be released into your body. So I think of it like having an engine that just won't start. You get in the car, you try to turn the key, and it's like, and the engine won't start, right? Having a hard time starting the engine. Well, you're also not getting any gas in the tank. You're not getting any get up and go, anything else. Anything that you force yourself to do throughout the day is honestly just like sheer willpower. There are some people that they don't have enough cortisol in the morning. It takes them an hour to get out of bed. An hour just to get out of bed. And this is not, mindset or whatever. This is literally you're so exhausted that you cannot get out of bed. And then once you do get out of bed, you just force yourself to keep going. I've also heard gals say things like, yeah, I can't sit down during the day. If I sit down, I'll fall asleep. That's not normal. And when we talk about overall metabolism and everything, if your body doesn't have enough energy to make it through the day and do normal functions, things like that, you're not going to have a good metabolism. That means that you're going to have a decreased metabolic rate. So just a decreased metabolism overall. Your body doesn't care about burning fat. I don't care how much you're working out. I don't care how hard you're working out or what calories say are being burned or anything like that. Your body's not doing it. If you don't have the right kind of energy to perform normal functions, your body doesn't care about fat burning. Actually, it's going to increase fat storage. That's the way it's designed to be. The body never does anything without a reason. Your body has function in mind first, survival in mind first. And when your system is totally burned out, and again, I've seen this a lot, that is what happens. So we really have to do the right things, increase nutrients, really make sure that you're getting enough proteins, really address the reason why your system is so depleted. And oftentimes people are mineral depleted, and gut health also plays a role in this too, in your body's ability to turn this around. So I have a whole video on that coming up, so make sure you stay tuned for that video. But that's going to be a huge contributor to your body's metabolism overall if you don't have enough cortisol to begin with. Now, on the other side of that, where you have too much cortisol, right? Too much cortisol. Now, this again, your adrenals release the cortisol. So it's just an overdrive. It's an overdrive. You have the engine in the car overheats and your system is just pumping out too much all the time. You can feel wired, but tired. Wired where you're like, feel all this anxious energy and everything else because, a lot of cortisol. But that doesn't mean that your system actually has an increased metabolism. Wouldn't that be great? If you were like, if it's low, this is low. If this is high, this is, nope, nope, nope. Actually, what your system does and what it loves to do with high cortisol is very similar to this, but it also will increase fat storage. This is, again, a protective mechanism. The increase in fat storage is very specific. Visceral fat, deep tissue abdominal fat. And this type of fat has a huge impact on a lot of different health conditions. So that's something, if you want to dive into that, you can, but I wanted to keep this video focused on this and the increase in cortisol and metabolism specifically. But this is also something that you can't outrun. It's actually, when I see this, one of my recommendations that I make for people is that you stop doing intense workouts and burning yourself out. That's not going to help. If your cortisol levels are too high, your body does not care about fat burning. It will increase that fat storage. So, whew, not fun. Not fun at all. But we identify these things for you specifically in the Female Hormone Solution Program. Identifying exactly what you have going on and understanding why it would be contributing to your weight gain, weight loss resistance, and targeting it. Targeting the root cause is going to help your body function better so you feel better, and then you can get to and keep the right results. Again, it's not normal to struggle with weight loss. It's not normal to feel like you're not in control of how your body functions. That's not normal. But when we look at some of these things and address them correctly, you can realize, oh my gosh, yep, not only am I feeling better, I'm in control more, I have the right amount of energy, I can do the things that I want to do in a timely manner. Oh, but look, I also now realize that my body's not designed to store fat all the time because my cortisol levels have changed. So that's what I got for you guys today. Make sure you go below this video and get on the wait list for the next Female Hormone Solution Program. I do have a wait list because my programs do fill every time I run them. And we do testing. We make sure that we address all the issues that you have going into this, so nothing is left uncovered. If you've watched a couple of these videos so far and thought, oh my gosh, I think I have an issue with my cortisol, or I think I have an issue with my thyroid, oh my gosh, could it be both of these things contributing to my frustration with my results? Yes! And that's why we address all of them in this program. So go in the show notes, get on the wait list, let me know if you have any other questions, and I will see you guys later in the next episode of this series of Why Can I Not Lose Weight?